Welcome back. The Herd is coming up next here on FS1. Let's head over, check in with Colin Cowherd. Hey, Colin, what is on the show today?
The most disrespected player in the NFL has got to be Deshaun Watson. He is now, this morning, I'm told, not as good as Baker Mayfield. Okay, we'll line up the stats and see how true that is coming up.
All right, Colin, thank you. Time for our final topic of the day. About a month ago, Klay Thompson had ACL surgery, but this weekend he posted on Instagram that he was going on a little vacation. Klay was seen doing a little dance on a private jet and said he was going wakeboarding. Shannon, are you surprised by that?
I'm very surprised, Skip, especially he had surgery less than basically a month ago.
Yeah, a month.
And normally guys, at least when they're up around and moving, they have on a brace, at least for 6 weeks. To make sure the knee is stable before they start doing all this. And I ain't got no problem with them wakeboarding. I mean, it's, you know, water and the buoyancy is okay, I get all that. But the way he's moving around, so I'm really surprised. Maybe, you know, who knows, Bob Myers, maybe someone in the Warriors organization give him a call, hey, Klay, settle down. I know you're feeling good, but, you know, the City Boys, we winning right now, so we feeling real good about what we got going on.
What have I told you about Klay Thompson, the ultimate warrior? Remember, he wanted to keep playing that night of Game 6 when he wrecked his knee, right?
Yes.
He came back on the court.
He wanted to play Game 3 with the hamstring.
There you go. So, to me, they are getting so good at this surgery that I am not surprised by what I saw, because knowing him and knowing that surgery, and if you get the right surgeon and he has a good day and it comes back together right on time, I could see by January, February, he would come back full force, full speed. And if he does, the Warriors are going to be a big factor next year.
Yeah, but I'm still skipped. I mean, that's to be moving around like he's moving around only a month after that surgery. I get it. Yeah, they're getting really good. Dr. Elatrosh, these guys are great. They're perfected. James Andrews.
They are perfecting it.
But
sometimes they don't even reattach it. They just let it go.
Yeah. Have you guys gone wakeboarding, though? That's scary. I've had some bad falls wakeboarding. I don't know if that would be something I'd be doing.
I don't do the water thing.
That is it for us.
Showers only.
We'll be back tomorrow morning at 9:30 Eastern. Right now, Colin tells you why Dak is forcing the Cowboys to pay Zeke. The Herd starts.
Almost 1,000 carries. Let me ask you, he's 1,000 carries into his career. Do you think Amari Cooper's taking 1,000 hits? Absolutely not.
More dangerous hits? Absolutely so.
Skip.
You just do at your position.
No.
At the receiver position?
No.
You're more exposed, but you're not getting hit by 300+ guys weighing 100 two times more your
just
weight.
Leaving your feet off balance and get blindside smashed.
But that might happen a game. That might happen. You might be in that position, Skip, maybe once a game. Maybe twice.
Not even once a game.
But Zeke, we know Zeke gonna take 17 hits per game. That's a given. Because he's not carrying the ball less than 17 times.
He might look for 10 of them.
Okay, he's running the contact. So guess what? In the process of running into a guy, I need to grab the bag and run to the bank also. So, Skip, I got no problem with the way each guy's handling it the way they see fit, because I believe each guy's handling it, as Greg said, that fits their personality. Zeke knows in order for me to get my payday, I'm going to have to threaten to hold this thing up because they know this train go. Because, Skip, if they didn't think Zeke was that valuable, they wouldn't even be. Look how the Chargers are addressing Melvin Gordon. We love to have Melvin here. Even Phillip Rivers said, yeah, well, we love to have Melvin, but the guys we got here look pretty dang good. Hey, Lynn, who I play with, say, hey, we like Melvin and hopefully it gets taken care of, but we going on what we got. They know that train. Hey, if you want to ride, if Dallas Cowboys want to ride the train, I don't know if Amtrak goes to Miami. But if you want to go to Miami, you better have 21 on there conducting that thing. Because if you don't, Skip Bayless, guess what? I'm going to get me 5 cases.
So, allow me to say that I love and respect what Amari Cooper is doing versus what Zeke is doing, because I love and respect what Amari is made of, and occasionally I wonder about what Zeke is made of.
You know what that man made of. Oh,
I don't know.
Okay.
I've been covering this game for a long, long time, and I was taught early on, even back to the 1970s, that holdouts usually do more harm than good. It can set you up to get hurt early in the year because you're not quite up to speed physically. You just haven't had any camp hits or preseason hits at all. And I go back to that age-old expression that you can catch more flies with honey than vinegar, and sometimes you can catch more dollars. Because I remind you, those offensive linemen all got big paydays from Jerry Jones. Did they hold out for those paydays? No. Did Marcus Lawrence hold out for his payday? No.
They just rewarded them, Skip.
Okay.
If they just say, hey, Zeke, this is what we got for you. We got Todd Gurley money. Zeke could have been there. And I ain't trying to catch flies. I don't want no flies.
Jerry Jones really well. And one thing I do know about him is he has a big ego and huge stubborn pride. And if you push that man too far, even if Super Bowl is hanging in the balance, if you push too far, he will push back. Jimmy Johnson, once upon a time, pushed him too far. He insulted him once too many times behind the scenes in front of assistant coaches and front office personnel. And after a while, Jerry said, you know what? I'm still the boss here. You're fired. Well, you just fired a coach. You just won back-to-back Super Bowls. Yeah. I'm just warning you that if you push too far and too hard and you make it personal on any front, you're asking for it because this man is a billionaire.
And when did he push back? After when? After he won them Super Bowls. And you see, you keep saying you catch more flies with you catch
honey
more
and vinegar.
Yeah, but don't worry about it. Because right now, Zeke say, I'm catching flies with boo-boo because it's a boo-boo contract you got me playing on. Give me Todd Gurley money, and I'll come to camp. Okay. As simple as that.
Okay, just remember what Amari has been through that Zeke has not. Amari got stuck in NFL hell for at least 1 year, almost 2 years, with John Gruden, who did not care for Amari for whatever reason, didn't like his motor.
His personality, he don't have that fire and passion. He used to fire and passion guys.
And I think Amari had a hard time getting up in the morning, getting ready to go to work.
Yeah, to go down there yelling and screaming.
He went from NFL hell to Dak Prescott heaven because they clicked and connected right away. So he loves playing with Dak for the Dallas Cowboys. And he knows they finally have a new offensive coordinator named Kellen Moore. And he's putting in a whole lot of new motion and a whole lot of new college-style pass plays. Well, you better be there to figure, as you point out, that position, you better have wavelength with that quarterback.
Yeah, and it's all about time. And if he had been there with Amari Cooper, say, 5-6 years. See, that's why Julian Edelman, who's going to miss a lot of time. But Julian has played with Tom Brady for, what, 7-8 years?
Yes.
So the rapport that...
It's already present.
It's already present. They already know what each other's thinking.
I think you're going to see a dramatically different Cowboy attack this year as opposed to Tom Brady's, which will look pretty much like...
But the difference is that Amari only got 8 games of working with him. So now we get a training camp. Because that's where the chemistry is found, Skip. I got to build that trust with you in camp. So that's when we can, we can talk, hey, run it like this. How's this guy playing me great? Oh, he's over the top. Well, I'm going to throw it like this. That's when you build that rapport. So come game time, what looks like second nature, you worked on this in camp.
And Jerry Jones has been through this before with a guy by the name of Emmitt Smith, someone you covered, correct? A guy who pushed. And then...
He pushed too hard, and he finally alienated Jerry. He made him mad.
Well, it worked because his teammates recognized, as well as Jerry recognized, how important he really was and how valuable he was to that team.
It did not change that drink.
It did not change their relationship.
No.
It didn't change the dynamic within that locker room. The guys still respected a young
After they lost that game the Monday night to the Washington Redskins, tell the people at home what Charles Haley do to that wall.
No, it was Buffalo. They lost to the Bills at home, 12-10.
And it was a Monday night, they opened up and lost to Washington.
They did. But it was after the Bills game.
What did he do?
He took his helmet and flung it so hard against the wall, it crushed it. It indented it with a helmet.
And this is the importance, this is the value and Ezekiel Elliott brings to the table. It's not just about him being selfish or wanting money. We understand that, but when you are going to take on the amount of responsibility that he takes on for this organization, for this offense, you owe it to him to say, you know what, let's at least talk about it. Let's meet you halfway. Let's come into camp. Let's talk through it. I'm not gonna get dressed. I'm not gonna get on the field.
I don't begrudge Zeke trying to get top dollar. But if you go with the honey approach, if you go to camp, because he doesn't do much in camp anyway, but you're just with the fellas, you're out there every day in the hot sun, Jerry's hanging around, and you walk off the field with Jerry one day and you say, Jerry, I just need my money. And he puts his arm around you and he starts thinking, you know what? You deserve your money. Let's figure this thing out.
That sounds good.
Hey, well, I'm telling you, it happens. It happens.
And you know why? All you got to do, I'm just going to ask you, look at New Orleans and look at New England. When Todd Gurley wasn't doing Todd Gurley things, how that offense look? And when Todd Gurley did Todd Gurley thing, they had a top 2 offense. When Todd Gurley wasn't doing Todd Gurley, Jared Goff is still there.
Did you see what C.J. Anderson did to my Dallas Cowboys? Where'd he come from? Off his couch.
Hey, did you see what Todd Gurley do?
Yeah.
Todd Gurley hit his head on the goalpost also.
One time, from 35 yards.
And he had 100+ yards.
Okay, he did, but C.J. had 173 yards.
And then what happened? New Orleans? What happened in Miami? I mean, against the Patriots. When Todd Gurley, they know. Skip, stop bull jiving the man and go ahead and get him. Teddy KGB say what? Pay that man.
Money.
Okay, we got to move on, guys. It's time to talk about Greg's old QB.
Yep,
Aaron
it
Rodgers
sure is.
Actually overrated. We will discuss
Will Greg
all of
talk
that.
about that?